How many of you saw this video on TikTok? A lot of people are saying that this guy married somebody that was old enough to become his grandmother. People had a lot to say about their wedding, and today the guy is here in our studio to clear the air. This is his story.
Hi, my name is Prince Victor Patterson. A whole lot of people have been commenting about my viral wedding video. They say that I married someone old enough to be my grandmother. They say that I married because of money. But I'm here right now to clear the facts about how I met my lovely wife. And this is my story. I'm in business when it comes to me and my wife, and I'm going to love her to the fullest. I don't think that any Nigerian can equally bear the pressure and can be able to sacrifice as much as my wife has done in my life. You suddenly change your name. Now she they marry you. You use her last name instead of your own last name, Patterson.
Why?
Oh, you didn't notice that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I'm now shocking you.
Just because of constant communication.
Constant communication.
Maybe on WhatsApp.
Yes.
You're not speaking this way.
Constant communication.
I never went to
for
university.
8 years. Yes, I never went to university.
Wow. Bro, a lot of people had so many things to say about your wedding.
Okay.
They said you married somebody that is way, way older than you. What do you have to say about it?
Well, what I have to say about my marriage, me getting married to my wife, is that when it comes to age, they will always say that age is just a matter of number. And that's the simple truth, because there are so many people that are out there that are just like I am, getting married to older person, and they can't equally like defend themselves when it comes to that, because they are scared of what people will say and all that. But here I am, I got married, and I'm so proud of my wife, because I think that when it comes to marriage, and that love is what really matters.
Not age, right?
Not age, exactly.
So even if she's like 30 years older than you, it doesn't matter.
If she is 30 or 40, once the love is there, and once you guys are convinced between both of you that you guys are ready to step into getting married, I think everyone is matured once you cross the age of 18 according to the Nigerian constitution.
Yeah, is she a Nigerian?
No, she's not a Nigerian.
So a lot of people were like, okay, if you really wanted to marry an older person, what of the old people in Nigeria?
Okay. One thing about Nigeria is this, when it comes to our mindset, we are still backdated. I'm sorry to say this, but we are still backdated. I asked someone this question on my live stream, that what if I come to ask your grandmother, his hand in marriage, what would be your reaction?
They'll use cutlass to push
Yes, what will be your reaction? You understand? That's the kind of mindset. And a whole lot of people keep talking about the same thing, age gap. It happens in the Western world. The difference is that they are more civilized and they don't talk about it. They don't see it as a big deal. But here in Nigeria, we see it as a big deal.
As a taboo.
Yes, as a taboo.
Have you always had a thing for older people?
Of course. I'm really, really compassionate when it comes to older people. My grandmom is still alive, and she can testify among her grandkids.
How much you take care of her?
Yeah, how much I care about her.
Yeah.
You understand? So I think so, yeah.
Okay, so how did you guys meet? Because I'm curious. Do you understand me? You're a young guy, you're good looking, you speak so well. How many of you can agree with me that the way he speaks, he's eloquent, how did you come in contact with this lady? How did this love formed in a way that today you guys are now married?
Okay.
I want you to tell us the full gist. How did you meet her?
Well, I actually met my wife on Facebook.
Wow.
Yeah, and I would just say it has been a couple of years, and I want to also correct the impression about being desperate, that people always be like, they are desperate.
Okay, there are people outside.
Yes.
Those people are desperate.
No, that me
You
and
are
my
desperate.
wife, me or my wife are desperate
okay.
for marriage. And I want to tell them that this relationship that equally led to marriage has lasted more than close to 8 years now.
Are you serious?
Yes. And that's one thing they don't know about. And it has lasted more than so many other people's marriages out there. But we've known each other for 8 years. So that impression that we are being desperate, they should take it off. You understand? They should take it off. So I see no reason why you would say desperate. And another thing about Nigerians are they will always like to jump into conclusion without hearing from the both sides, And I believe that the earlier, if you don't know much about something, you just keep quiet, the better for the society at large.
Wow. So, how was it like your long distance relationship?
It wasn't easy.
Is she American or?
Of course.
She's American.
She's an American.
So, how long did you wait before you guys finally met?
I'm telling you, it's the struggle of like close to 8 years now.
Oh, so immediately you guys met. That was when the marriage was established. The wedding was established.
Oh, exactly.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. The marriage took place not too long. It took place, I think the court wedding took place on 9th of April.
Okay, that was just 2 months ago.
Yeah, that was roughly 2 months ago. And okay, I also did my reception because, a whole lot of people, the kind of marriages I do see out there, it's hard to see a white woman go to a church wedding with a Nigerian guy. But I had to go that far to prove my love to her and to tell the whole world that this is not actually all for scam. I mean business when it comes to me and my wife, and I'm going to love her to the fullest.
Aww.
That's one thing that they don't know about,
That's beautiful. So, what did your family say about this idea of getting married to someone way older?
Okay. When it comes to my family, they were fully supported. They fully gave me the support I needed. Because, as I always say, if you don't know the story, you better not talk.
So she has been in your life long enough for them to have accepted already. So then when it came to the marriage part, they did not oppose it at all.
Oh no, they did not oppose it. It was quite a successful one.
Wow.
There is no need of, it's not like a Nigerian movie where family, mom will say no or dad will say no. My family accepted my lovely wife wholeheartedly. And, that always makes me feel happy and have more regards for my family.
In the comment section, I saw somebody commented something that he knows her, that she's the CEO of a company, a travel company, something like that. And a lot of people liked that comment and they equally said they know her too. So I don't know if that is true or false.
Well, I'm not
They say she's a business tycoon or something.
Well, I'm not going to put that out here. But
you would like to keep it private?
Yeah, I would like to keep it private. It's up to anyone that is actually watching to go and make his or her research if you feel like. But I think it's not a big deal.
That's nice. So, how is it like right now? What is the marriage looking like at the moment?
Well,
especially the fact that people had so much to say when you guys go out for maybe social events or you go out to have maybe dinner in a restaurant. How does it feel like knowing that a lot of people are looking at you in a certain way?
Okay.
How does this affect, how you feel about yourself?
Okay. Firstly, I would say people that are my viewers on TikTok should already know that I don't even give a damn about what people say. Because, this is my life. Okay. If I'm to say, okay, 3 years backward, did the social media know about me?
Nobody knew about you.
Yeah, nobody knew about me.
And nobody cared.
And nobody cared. You understand? And one impression I always know that affects a whole lot is about what people will say. A whole lot of people have missed the opportunity just because of what people will say. Yes. Okay, as a young girl, you will be like, oh no, this man is much more older than me. But you know that the man came with genuine intention for you. You'll be like, oh no, my friend this, my friend that, my friend married the guy that is in US, UK, Australia and all that, so good looking and all that, But you will end up losing that to go and get in contact with someone that might equally wants to just use you and dump you.
True.
Although it's vice versa, you understand? But when it comes to others about age difference and what I think or how I will feel out there, I'm fucking proud of my wife.
So when you guys go out, you don't feel anything?
I don't feel anything. If I have the courage to put her on my social media handle, I'm proud of her enough to put her out there with my face, even when I kiss her and do all manner of things with her. I can defend my wife multiple times. If anywhere, anytime they call me concerning my wife and I would defend her and I will stand by her as long as I have breath. That's
interesting. So what about her family? Does she have kids? Is there any one of her kids that is almost the same age as you are? How did they feel about it?
well, her
Do
family.
they trust you?
Her family are amazing, and of a truth, her family also accepted me wholeheartedly.
Wow.
And that's the simple truth about that.
Wow.
And when it comes to kids, I don't think. No, not at all. Not at all. Let me just put it that way.
Interesting. So are you guys planning to raise children?
Well, I think it's a personal thing, and
It's not something you want to talk about publicly?
yeah, it's a personal thing, and I believe that it's just personal. But I want to say this as well, because a whole lot of people will always say, "Oh, don't tell me that as a man you don't want a kid." You know, that's Nigerian mentality. But they are forgetting the fact that there are so many reverend fathers out there that actually knew that, you know, before taking the oath to become a reverend father, that you will not have kids. And they jump into that, you know, knowing fully well because of the love they have for God or something, made them deprive themselves from having kids and all that, you know. And most people fail to understand that genuinely most people have their decisions, and a whole lot is about to change when it comes to the next generation that is coming up. You understand? So most of the times when I say it, oh no, I don't think kids doesn't really matter as it stands now, people will always counter that because they still have the impression that, oh no, everybody wants kids. You know,
True.
everybody wants kids, which is not so.
That
You know,
was
I would have actually used myself an example, but why I use the reverend father is because those people, they knew that, you know, they see them every day, but they didn't counter them. But if it comes to my own opinion, they will always object that.
How does your family feel about this decision? I mean, coming to the fact that you are not quite interested in raising kids at the moment.
Well, okay, like,
Is your mom not worried? Doesn't she want to have grandchildren?
well, my mom is not worried, and I love the fact that, you know, my family has actually grown up to the stage to respect people's boundary.
Wow.
You understand? It's your life. You have to live it. At the time, my mom will always say, "Oh, Victor, that's your life. You know, I just wish you luck." And that's the simple truth. She made her own decision when she was growing up. There are so many personal questions and personal stories she has actually shared, you know, about she and my dad and all that. She made her decision by her own self, and it's up to me.
Yeah.
And she will always say, all I owe you is prayer.
Yeah.
And I wish you success. And that's just the simple truth.
You speak so smartly. You know, I'm curious to know how old you are. But although you did not want to disclose that to me,
No.
have you have a change of mind?
When it comes to my age, I don't think I can equally share that, because
Are you above 20?
of course I'm above 20. Don't
No, you can't be. See, I'm 27, bro, but people think that I'm 35 or something. Do you understand? That has to do with my childhood, you know, the stress I went through and everything. So it's possible. Do you understand? I mean, you know, Nigeria, like most of us, we grew up in circumstances where we had to do certain things ourselves, and that has made us look older.
Exactly.
That has made us to mature quickly. So if I can be standing here as 27-year-old, I won't be surprised if you are even maybe 29 or something. Or you might even be younger, who knows? So tell me.
Okay,
Are you above 35?
when it comes to all this age thing, you know, I would say that it's still personal. Because even before I came to this show, you know, my wife is a person that always like her business private, and I respect that, you know, and it's just because of love. Because I always tell you that there are so many things that will happen to you. There is a way that someone will sacrifice things for you so easily that you can see that, oh no, it's not just that she is so loose. It's just because it's you, and for who you are and nothing else, you will be forced to adjust. So as it stands now, when it comes to age, I think it remains private. I'm sorry, but it remains private.
Private, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So where are you from?
Okay, I'm from Isi Alambano, Imo State.
Imo State.
Yeah.
That's good. I can't imagine the pressure you feel every day, especially when a notification comes to your phone and it's somebody saying something really horrible to you. I can't imagine how you feel each time you receive a notification and it's somebody making jest of yours, saying something really, really hard. I mean, does she even see these comments too?
Yeah, she do. She do.
How do you guys feel about it? You don't even stop posting. You keep posting. It's like you don't care.
I don't give an F word, to whatever people think about. I receive, most of the times, I comment to those with stickers, those comments
You
that I
reply
receive.
them?
Yes, I reply them with stickers and all that. Just bring it on, provided that you never, hurt me or try to do anything. You have your mouth to speak.
You're free to.
Yeah, you are free to speak. So, and I'm equally surprised about myself on how I'm bold enough to handle all this. Because if you have to ask my family, I'm an emotional guy. You understand? And my senior sister was like looking at me the other day and she was like, oh my God, she can't believe how I suddenly changed and got where this strong mind
courage.
and the courage and everything is coming from. And I just look at her and I laughed. You understand? So when it comes to those comments, I've built up myself in such a way that what someone utters with his mouth doesn't affect me. And that's why I always say, I always post this on my WhatsApp status, that with the kind of joy and peace of mind that I have, I think I'm going to live above Methuselah.
You're winning in real life. Those that are struggling, that they're fighting.
Exactly.
Saying things in the comment section.
On what that doesn't concern you,
You said something about her sacrificing for you.
Okay.
And that actually shows that you're a good person, bro. Because a lot of people would want to keep taking advantage of someone until the person runs out or until that relationship expires. But from what you said, you sound like someone who is grateful.
Of course.
And you sound like someone who this lady has contributed immensely to your life and to your growth.
Okay.
I went to your page, I scrolled down before the whole wedding thing. You are a tailor, a fashion designer, okay? Can you tell me what role your wife has played in your life, or the role she played before you guys got married?
Okay. As you can see, me myself, I'm an O-level, I'm just an O-level results owner. You understand me? And when you talk about how outspoken I have been, it was her. Because the whole communication, a whole lot of people will talk about my accent or something. I communicate with her day by day. And she has been the one, oh no, baby, this is the way it is. This is this and this is that. And that's so lovely. And imagine that for complete 8 years. And you tell me that my accent will not change?
I swear, bro, if you go America 3 months time, nobody recognize you again. So just because of constant communication, maybe on WhatsApp, you're not speaking this way.
Constant communication.
I never went to
for
university.
8 years. Yes, I never went to university.
Wow.
Yeah, although I still have my plans on furthering my academics. Okay. You understand? So that's it. So that's number one thing. And another thing is this. Let me just conclude by saying this. I don't think that any Nigerian can equally bear the pressure, and can be able to sacrifice as much as my wife has done in my life.
Do you want to talk about some of the significant things she has done for you? Maybe you don't have to go into details, but if you could highlight so people can know how much she has given you, and why you love her so much, and how far your relationship has come.
Well, as I said earlier, I will not be really, really going deep into that.
No, you don't have to go into deep.
But when it comes to being there for someone, standing by the person at all costs. Someone you just met, you don't know the person, but you stood by the person. Although there is 1,000 miles apart from me and my wife back then, as I said earlier, I'm too emotional, and I respect when someone equally loved and proved that to me. You understand? Because at this point in my life, I've reasoned. I'm not just a person that will just wake up and say, "Don't know." I'm jumping into this. I'm jumping into this. But because of the kind of love, I'm sorry, you said I should be specific and all that. I'm trying my best to mind my words because of some certain things, But the truth is that I don't think that, anyone can stand by me
The way she did.
the way she
And
did.
that is amazing.
And that's amazing.
May God continue to, help you grow, because you sound like someone who is grateful, someone who don't forget. Honestly, there are people who have come across opportunities like this, but they don't place any value on it.
Exactly.
And looking at how you appreciate all she's done, and then in return you'll be like, you want to give her your life. Let's do this together.
Exactly.
You've helped me so much, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you, bro. That is amazing. That is really, really amazing.
Yeah.
So now, well, this question might not be so relevant, especially that you've mentioned you guys have been together for 8 years, but I'm just worried a bit how the age difference affects your daily life. You know that thing called, is it cultural shock they call it? I don't know. Okay, how do I put it? If there's a way, cultural shock is for culture. I'm talking of like age difference. How does it affect, your relationship with her when it comes to social things, daily decision, types of clothes to wear, how you eat, and all those things. I'm just a bit worried how you guys adjust to all those, because there are things that she might be used to as an older person, but you are not used to it. So how do you guys navigate around this each day?
Well, in as much as we are married, we never stop understanding the fact that there is the age difference. So in as much as the age difference is there, we still try to maintain our boundaries. Yeah, there is something my wife equally got for me, one dress that he got for me from the US when she came to Nigeria. If you saw the dress, it still looks like a young guy. Do you understand me? So we maintain our boundaries and still put out the love there. You understand? So it's not all about, the whole thing is that when you try to bring someone, you understand, that is that is more older than you, and trying to place him or force him into something he or she is not used to doing. You understand? So I don't forget the fact that I'm equally younger, and she doesn't forget the fact that she is older at the same time. But we actually wrapped this up with love. And how beautiful it can be, I tell you.
So is she still with you in Nigeria right now?
Oh no, she's not. And I miss her so much. Oh my God.
The way I'm seeing it now, it's like you too, you'll be leaving Nigeria very soon.
Well, I don't know for now, but I would just hope and pray and see what goes on next.
So how has your life changed since you guys got married? What kind of life were you living before now, and how is your life at the moment?
Okay.
Or before you met her, how was life for you? The struggle, family and everything. I'm just wondering.
Okay. Most people will always say, oh, we got to investigate about this guy's happiness. You understand? But the truth be told, I have a couple of videos about me back then.
If you like to share it with us. We would like you to share it with us.
If you have to go through that video, the smile you are seeing here is the same smile you will see there.
Back then.
Yeah, so I think that my happiness is a gift from God. And when it comes to that, that was the first thing my wife saw in me that equally attracted her. Especially my smile. She will always say, baby, you got $1 million smile.
Chai. You're making me fall in love, bro. You're making me ask questions.
It's good to fall in love with.
Where am I going to see my own now? Maybe I should start. I use Facebook just to post videos. Once I post, I leave. So maybe I should start using Facebook now to start making friends. How did you do it? Were you sending friend requests or from the comment section? How? Please give me clue. I need to know what I should do next.
To go.
I don't have a social life. I need to start.
Yeah, like, okay, let me tell you this.
There
is no really, it doesn't really count on you doing what I do. I did in order to get my wife or something like that. Because what works for me might not work for you. And that's one thing I want to say again. Because most people will be like, oh, you suddenly changed your name. Now they marry you. I hope I'm free to use.
Yeah.
Okay. Now they marry you. You use her last name instead of your own last name, Patterson.
Why?
Oh, you didn't notice that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I'm now shocking you.
Oh, why you go
You're
carry
embarrassing. And that's one thing I want to clear at this point. Marriage is all about what works for you. You know, there is no need of me answering the name that, you know, in order to please people out there.
So it means she's not bearing your surname.
Rather than I'm the
She's not answering your surname.
Of course, what did you hear at the video that the magistrate?
How is she addressed right now?
Of course, she's addressed by my last name.
By your last name.
Exactly.
And you also took her name equally
exactly.
as well. Okay.
And that's what works for us. You know, there is this mindset that is out there that this is the way it goes. You understand? And my dear, I'm going to say that when it comes to that mindset about how
things are done traditionally.
How things are done traditionally, that this person has to tell you this person and all that. It's just for male man. I would advise and suggest that you do what makes you happy and what works for you. Because on many occasions, formally they do say grandfather's name. But if you look at the current generation now, most people are leaving their grandfather's name to answer their immediate dad's name. You know? So things keeps changing and keeps changing. So, but what works for you is what you go by. I'm not against all those people that will be like, because a whole lot of relationship has been scattered, has been tore apart just because of what people will say, or this is how it's been done. You know, those kind of things. I think it's all about personal lives. You understand? Because, for example, formally, if you wear a senator with a canvas shoe, they will be like, oh no, that's an old fashion.
Yeah.
But formally, now, they can equally wear that and nothing will happen. It's now fashion. Gone are those days when we are still in high school. You know, it's all about how big is your trousers. You understand? And a whole lot of people kill themselves over that. You know, if they had the smaller one. And suddenly it's changed to how tiny, you know, and how fitted it is. And now it has already changed the game on how big your trousers are, you know, and all that. So you see that the world is complicated. Yeah. So by the time you do what you like or what pleases you or what you feel, you know, the better for you and how peaceful you will be to yourself. That's just the simple truth.
Wow, this is interesting. It's really interesting. I like how confident you are in addressing everything. You sound like someone who knows what he's up against.
Exactly.
And you are doing it confidently, which is beautiful.
Okay, and another thing is this. A whole lot of people will be like, oh no, your wife is older and that's why she come and get you, you know, to be a caregiver, whatever. But, you know, this life is just full of up and down.
Wow. People told you that she married you because she wants you to be a caregiver.
A caregiver, yeah, that's what people said. But this life is full of up and down. I know of a neighbor whose wife falls sick and suddenly she cannot be able to work and do things for herself. In as much as they are much younger. You understand me? So you just pray. Whenever you live your life, you just have to pray that, you know, you don't fall victim of circumstances. You understand? Because at this point, the wife is really, really young, but she lay on the hospital bed, you know, and she can't take care of herself. They change her diapers and all that. So when people start putting, you know, feelings to whatsoever they are doing, you understand me? And a whole lot, I think the whole generation will be changed. Because that you married a younger person doesn't determine that whether you will change her diaper or not. It depends on what life throws at you. You understand? Imagine marrying because you can't change your wife's diaper or something. Oh no, someone else married. Let me not just use us as an example. Someone else married because he or she can't, you know, he doesn't feel like, oh, I don't want to change my wife's diaper or whatever, you know. And suddenly an incident happened that the wife cannot be able to walk.
And do it by herself.
You mean you can't do it for your wife?
Do it for someone you love.
So the thing there is this. That's why I say one thing about marriage is this: marry because of actual love. But if I say it out there, they will be like, oh no, it's because of the money, it's because of the whatever, a whole lot. But I don't want to say much about that. So that's it.
Yeah, I mean, so this guy now has been he's been stigmatized because of past situations and scenario. There have been scenarios where people actually got married not for love but because of green card and because of money. And right now the internet is bullying you for making decision out of love. What you've done with your life is being misinterpreted. People think you did it out of your own selfish reason and not because of genuine love. I can't imagine how this must make her feel. I'm not even talking about it because I'm here with you now. You're sounding very confident. You don't even care about anything.
Okay. Another
so
thing.
It's just how I'm worried about.
Okay. Another thing is this: people will be like, "Oh no, once you get your papers, you will change." And all that,
Doesn't she feel discouraged that maybe one day you might actually dump after you get her
Never.
After you get green card?
Never. Okay.
Doesn't she feel threatened,
actually,
especially seeing these comments?
No. Me and you, we have conversation. We are having conversation now. And I overheard you say something. Oh no, you are grateful. You are a grateful person.
Yes.
And I believe that regardless of my communication with someone, anybody that I see, I'm a very likable person. You understand? By the time I tell you, you're going to see the facial expression and the truthfulness in me. You understand? And when it comes to that, we already know what we have been through. And I always use this word by the song by Akon. No one knows what we've been through and whatever, because the song equally states a whole lot about me and my wife. You understand? So a whole lot of people will say, yes, you will leave her and run and do this and do that. But come to think of that, it's just that the social media, most people, will I say they are not proud enough to post their wives, because a lot of people has been on this journey that I am, today for a couple of years now. Okay. There is this guy from UK, although he was free enough to share details. He came to my live stream and he was like that there is 40 years age gap between him and his wife.
40 years.
40 years. And he left Nigeria since 2000. They got married 2004. And he left to the UK. And they are still together up till date. But he is not a social media type that can equally push that, out there. So people will be like, oh, now they are always after the other aspect, which is very, very essential, because a whole lot of people out there, what they proclaim to be love is not what is love.
It's not.
You understand? And they went on in trying to hurt a whole lot of people. You understand? All in the name of loving them. But regardless of that, there is still genuine love out there. Most of them cannot be able to face the pressure that the world would throw at them. But had it been I'm just like the guy, because I wish I can fast forward the date, because I can't wait to show the world that true love can still exist, between an age gapped marriage, it can still exist, because there will be like, oh yeah, it's because of this, it's because of that, and there will be like, okay, yeah, your wife should cancel you moving to the United States, or tell you, oh, now let's relocate to Nigeria, and see my reaction. My dear, if not because of some certain things, my wife would have equally moved in here.
To Nigeria?
Yeah, to Nigeria.
And you don't mind?
And I don't mind. I don't give a fuck about that. My own thing there is that, am I happy with my spirit, soul, and body? Is the decision I'm making, does it have is it actually what I wanted to do from my mind? Is that what I'm doing? That's just the simple truth.
Interesting.
Exactly.
You're a very confident man, and I really admire that about you.
Oh yeah.
It's interesting. I'll be following up. Let's see how things will go. If eventually you get your green card, we'll hold another interview as well.
Oh,
Maybe we'll do that online.
really?
Yes, of course. We want to let's share your progress to the world.
Oh, really?
We want to follow up with your love story and everything.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I still, on my convenient, it's a whole lot that is going on. I think I will still sit down and be able to share my love story. Like, I will go details
To talk about everything.
You understand? But as it stands now, no.
You don't want to do that. You're
I
trying
don't want to
respect privacy.
Yeah,
and
to
everything.
respect privacy and a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
But and I want to say to people out there, especially to young girls, as I am now, what I'm seeing myself is as a body. I'm seeing myself as Nigeria. You understand? I'm representing, my video went viral with my wife, and I'm representing the whole of the bad talks that Nigeria has actually gotten as a result of marrying because of green cards and all that. They should put it to stop. Don't start what you can't finish. Don't start what you can't finish. You understand? Because the bad name is really, really affecting Nigeria. I never knew how bad this was until I got here. Yeah, I know how a whole lot of people are countering me, not even from Nigeria. You understand? And their focus is that, oh no, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. And I can't just wait to prove to the whole world that, your mindset and mine, it's totally different.
Interesting. What do you guys think about this young man's story? Now, most of you have heard it in details. This is different from the 30 seconds clip you've been seeing on TikTok, seeing happy couples together, but some of you have been leaving a very obnoxious comments saying that he's doing it because of money, because of green card, he's doing it to escape Nigeria's economy. Now you've heard it from the horse's mouth. What do you think about his story? Indicate in the comment section. We'll be happy to hear and read your comments. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your story. I sincerely appreciate. I'm sure she's aware you came here to tell your story. Okay.
Yeah, she is.
That's very interesting. So, thank you for sharing your story. What is your advice for every young guy out there like you who also wants to make similar decision, but because they are scared of what people will say? What's your advice for them?
Okay. A whole lot of people has actually contacted me or texted me based on my different platforms, explaining on how they equally get into, same age marriage differences.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, same thing. But they are not bold enough to post it. You understand? So, and there are so many people out there, like this guy I cited as an example. He posts him and his wife, he can equally post that. So, but the thing there is this: my advice is that you shouldn't be discouraged and learn to build yourself, not to. I think that's what made me go this far that I went, when it comes to not thinking about what people would say. Yeah, if you are strong enough, I will beg you to please post, because it seems like I hate the fact that my country, Nigeria, is being dragged to the mud when it comes to this fake marriage of a thing. If you're proud enough, I would suggest you can equally chip in 1 or 2 posts about your marriage. It's not all about making it compulsory, but I just wanted the mindset of all this marriage fraud and marriage fraud, for it to be eliminated. You understand? So my advice is that you should keep up, and if you can't face the social media, you should just do that in silence.
Yeah, just stay private.
Yeah, stay private.
Don't bring your affairs to the public.
To the social media, to social
They'll
media.
throw you and you won't
Exactly.
find it funny. That's interesting. Now, your pastor, what did he say about it?
My pastor?
Yes, you guys did a white wedding.
Yeah, we did a white wedding.
He supported it. He
Of
did
course,
not discourage it.
No, he never discouraged.
No, interesting.
Yeah.
He said as long as you both love each other, then what's his business?
Sure. Of course. Because, he supported it.
Interesting. Okay, thank you so much for watching to this very point. At this juncture, we have to conclude. And thank you, sir, for coming to share your story. I sincerely appreciate. I'm hoping that God is going to meet you in every aspect of your life.
Amen.
Do you understand me? I pray that your marriage will be blessed. I pray that whatever it is you are chasing, you will achieve it.
Amen.
And I pray that God will give you the courage to continue holding on to this marriage, to make it long lasting, to make it favorable, to make it full of love. It will be fruitful in Jesus' name.
Amen.
The controversy, the opinions of the public, the obnoxious comments, it would not ruin your marriage. It will not affect how she sees you, and it will not also affect how you see her. Everything is going to be blessed in Jesus' name.
Amen.
As long as you have good intention, I pray that God is going to answer all your unanswered prayers.
Amen.
And your generation will not have to go through all you had to go through or make decisions that you had to make. Thank you so much for coming to share your story. And let's say hi to your wife. So if you're watching this video, we want to say hi to you from Nigeria,
Hi,
Abuja.
sweetheart.
This is from Lucky Udu Studio. Please continue to love him, continue to support him, and I'll be so happy to see him with you over there in America. I'll be more than happy to even interview the both of you once he arrives. Thank you very much for coming to share your story.
Thank
Let's
you.
say bye to the viewers. 1 to go. Bye.